So what I want to do right now is I want to say that it is important that we're hiring these people, that our county is doing that. I think that's a great thing that we're having diversity in our hiring. Yo, we're supposed to hire diversity, right? That's what we're supposed to be doing. So it's a great thing that we're doing it. It's a great thing that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. So what we got to do is we have to build off of that. See, let me tell you something. The county commissioners didn't have to come. They could have stayed and they could have felt comfortable. Donald Trump won Randolph County by 70%. They could have stayed in their shell and said, we don't need their vote. But they came to listen to us. So it's our job to make sure before they leave that they hear what we're saying. Not that they feel good inside or that they are impressed, but that they hear what we're saying. They need to hear that we're not going anywhere until the monument is moved. Get our city council to understand, to hear us. This is our opportunity. And we thank them. See, that's a neighbor. A neighbor might not agree with you, but he'll at least hear you out. And so this is our opportunity to make sure they hear us. Now, we're going to take a few questions in just a second. Got to put my glasses back on. Jay ain't gonna laugh at me again. So the question still rings true. Who are we, Randolph County? More importantly, who do we want to be? I choose to believe that we love each other. Everyone in here has a car with a tank of gas that can get to the county line. Yet we choose to live next to each other. Are we the people that respect different points of view? Or are we the people that can't look at new information that doesn't fit our narrative? Because sooner or later, the truth is going to come out. So we need to be honest with each other. Who are we, Randolph County? If you want that statue to stay, help us understand why that overrides all the damage that the Confederacy did. What is it about wanting to honor your ancestors in the courthouse square that is more important that would make us overlook the relatives that your ancestors shot because they refused to fight with them? What is it? What is it about your desire to honor your ancestors in the courthouse square that would make us overlook the pain of Jenny and Austin and Leah and Rue and Jean and Todd and the thousands of other slaves that were living right here in Randolph County who were denied their God-given liberties? Help me understand, Randolph County. Is that who we are? Or are we the people that shielded the runaway slave, that gave food to the Confederate deserter? We're the people that never wanted any part of that war. If that was true then, we need to act like it now. Over the years, our neighbors have gotten comical. They say, I never owned a slave. You never been a slave. What are you upset about? I like to play that out for my neighbors. I say, neighbor, just think about what you just said. You never owned a slave. I never was a slave. And you never fought for the Confederacy. So why we got to have a statue? Take it down and we can all go home and have lunch. Everything will be good. Then they like to say, well, you should just get over it. Now hear me, everyone, because this is extremely important. When someone talks about you should just get over it. When you say just get over it, you're asking the descendants of rape victims to just get over it. You're telling people whose ancestors were murdered by the Confederacy to toughen up. You're telling every African descendant of slaves whose family suffered from years of human trafficking and family separation that it was just no big deal. And the true kicker is that they would want to tell us that, and they would want us to forget about all of that, while at the same time, they demand we continue to honor their ancestors that fought and killed Americans in order to keep those atrocities in place. Yes. The mindset that we should deny the truth is not the mindset of a community that supports diversity, equity, and inclusion. You know, just recently it dawned on me why we're so quick to honor the Confederate soldier without ever looking at what the Confederacy really did. The reason is that while we look at the soldier as a citizen, even in 2021, we don't look at the slave as a citizen of Randolph County. I don't know why we don't. They lived here, they worked here, had children here, died here. And as they did that, our laws made it possible to kill them, to rape them, to steal their property, and to steal their children. When we get to the day that we see the slave as a person who is equal to the soldier, moving that monument won't seem nearly so hard. Now, just for a second, I want to talk to the business community. I want to point out two things. First, the members of this group, we sat down and talked for hours with government officials in cities to try to understand how removing their statues affected the downtown economy. The mayor of Lexington, for instance, said that they had a noticeable and measurable increase in traffic to their downtown stores once they got rid of their monument. You see, even though they never said that people weren't welcome, the act of removing their monument was a statement in itself that we want to welcome everyone. The second thing I want the business community to think about is this. Guys, we've been pretty lucky in this matter. Our prosperity has depended on the consumer continuing to be unaware of the Confederacy's true history. How long do you really think that can last? And once word gets out, I want to see the ad campaign that's going to make people feel wanted again as long as you hold on to that monument. You can get the brightest marketing minds in the county, give them all the pen and paper they want, give them all the time they need. They will never be able to get rid of the stench of the Confederacy. How are you going to invite people to enjoy our shops and restaurants, but please overlook our tribute to those who shot Americans in order to enslave others? Remember what the Vice President of the Confederacy, Alexander Stephens, said. He said, "Our new government is founded upon the idea, its foundations are laid, its cornerstone rests upon the great truth that the Negro is not equal to the white man, that slavery, subordination to the superior race, is his natural and normal condition." Now listen, y'all, I worked in marketing for quite a few years. I worked in marketing when the company that I worked for wanted to open up new markets in different countries. I was one of the guys they sent. So I can tell you this from experience. Marketing is about association. So when I walk down the street wearing a Dallas Cowboys jersey, people have the right to assume that I support the Dallas Cowboys. If I go by your house and you got a Trump sign in the yard, people have the right to assume that you support Donald Trump. And when people walk by our county square and see a 30-foot monument with the words "Our Confederate Heroes" etched in stone, people have the right to assume that we believe the Negro is not equal to the white man and that slavery, subordination to the superior race, is his natural and normal condition. If that's not who we are, we need to show that that's not who we are. Take the statue off its base and put it in a museum. It gives those that want to use it to teach others about the mistakes of our past the chance to do so. It gives those who want to honor their dead the opportunity to do so in a dignified way. And it doesn't force the rest of us to condone a way of thinking that goes against what God has already taught us was unfair to our fellow man. The museum compromise is truly the right move for any community that cherishes diversity, equity, and inclusion. Thank you very much.